Shalom, and welcome to 5 Minutes of Torah with the BI Rabbi. Sometimes, especially recently, it seems like there's just so much killing going on in this world. So much. It seems like it's hard to comprehend all of it. A few days ago, I was reading the newspaper, and I was reading about the killings in Munich, and they were just all jumbled in my head so much I had to ask my wife, what were the killings in Munich? So many mass killings around the world that I couldn't even remember the most recent one. We had Tokyo a few days ago, this madman with a knife, Paris, Nice, and it seems like always Iraq, Iran, Pakistan, Afghanistan. The numbers of killed and injured can be just mind-boggling. In our Torah portion this week, there's another census taken, counting the people. Not those who are killed, but those living. The children of Israel in the wilderness. God speaks to Moses and Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saying, "Take a census of all the congregation of the people of Israel, from 20 years old on upward, throughout their fathers' houses, all who are able to go to war in Israel." So these are the men from 20 years on up, and probably below a certain age, who are able to bear arms. So you multiply by 2 or 3 and you get the total number of people. But this isn't the first or second census. We have several censuses throughout the Bible, and at least a couple in the wilderness. But it makes me wonder why these censuses are so important. Why do we have to include them in the Bible in our weekly Torah readings and have such a full accounting, paragraph after paragraph, of these countings? So I noticed this week that in the census, Aaron's sons Datan and Aviram are mentioned, even though they were zapped by God previously for rebelling. At the end of verse 10 in our parasha, it says they became a sign. It doesn't say they were killed, but it says they became a sign, a nes. Also, Judah's sons Er and Onan get mentioned, and it only says they died in the land of Canaan. They were actually also killed by God for rebelling in a sense. It's a different story. We also get the 5 daughters named, 5 daughters of Zelophehad, Zelophehad in English. It says he had no sons but daughters, and the names of the daughters were Mochla, Noah, Hogla, Milcah, and Tirzah. And at the end of today's parsha, we get their very powerful story. So it tells me that names and people's stories are really important. People are important, beyond just the numbers. In this age of terror attacks and killings with bombs and knives and guns, the numbers can get truly overwhelming, and compassion fatigue can set in. But this parsha, I think, teaches us that when we remember that the numbers, whether in a census or a tragic list of fatalities in a mass shooting or a terror attack, those numbers have real names and real people behind them. When we do that, when we humanize the numbers, we can, I think in some small way, hold on to our humanity in difficult times. Shabbat Shalom, and have a good long weekend.